Welcome to Framework Fortune and welcome back Framework Fortune community. I'm your host Ben and we've got our co-host H&H Trader on top of the building tonight. What's happening, buddy?
Man, today was a great day. We managed risk. We didn't play too big, and it was actually horrible.
Yeah, the SPY, let's just jump right in here. This is the last strip where we recap our trades and look for trades for the next day. But the SPY having a little pullback and actually a nasty little dump at market open. And this is one of the reasons why I've stopped trading in that first 30 minutes altogether. And I don't even look at the stock market till 9 because you just don't know what the SPY is going to do these days. I want to ring the alarm right now and say that we're going to have a big pullback. It's probably back down to 450. But we've not seen enough weakness yet, I don't think.
No, this is a short trap.
Yeah, I mean, it's still above the 10-day moving average, so.
This is the 50th, or what we're up to, like 100 short traps now.
Yeah, I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. I really want to be like, this is it, guys, but I'm not going to say it this time. Let's get into the trades we took today. So, what did you hop into today?
So the only thing that I was trading today was EVGO.
EVGO, and this I didn't even.
It had the EV news behind it, but it just could not do anything. It ripped up during the pre-market, and I waited until it bounced down, of course. I saw it do this little first bounce, but I wasn't sure about it. So I let it consolidate, and I want to see a higher low. It made that higher low on those these five candles going across right there.
Yeah.
Where you just were, yeah. And this, I try each of these wicks to see if it can get out of there. Every wick. I got in 25 shares on the first one. I got in 75 shares on that second green one right there. And then I got in 30 shares on this one. And all of them, it just never would go. It tried 3 times and it just never would give me the move. So I just cut the losses very, very quickly because we're already fighting a downtrend.
Yeah, that's the thing with the SPY downtrending all day like that. Everything was fighting against it. And it kind of shows, let's see what top gainers we got right here. AGCW, that's a decent move, but no PR or anything. Looks like that's some type of warrant. Not sure why that moved. And EVGO, that was up quite a bit, I would say, but after giving back most of these gains.
Well, I didn't see the rest of the drop off, but I was definitely expecting a little bit more of a bounce. I mean, from the 19 down to the 15 level, I was like, all right, well, this thing's definitely gonna give a bounce. It gave an initial bounce, that big green candle right there, but I wasn't buying on that one because I didn't want to get absolutely
Yeah,
destroyed.
that easily could have turned into a red candle.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
It did hold $15 though, which is interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
It's bullish. It's above all the EMAs. The 10-day crossed over the 200 today. So
the problem with it is it came all the way back down from and cracked back into this previous daily high. Even though it was just a bottom wick, that's a lot. I mean, that's like, bro, why? Why would you come back all the way? But it did hold up, like you're looking right there. That previous high is where it looked like it hold. I don't know what that previous high is. What is it? 14.
14, 20, 30, 1430, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
1438.
So yeah, it's one of those. I really expected more out of it with the EV news. It was getting those dollar rips during pre-market. I was like, all right, if this can keep it up during the day, and it can start making higher highs, I was gonna get in, and I did 3 times across that top, and that top right there was VWAP. It was hitting VWAP, threw a wick up there, hitting VWAP, threw a wick up there, and I was getting out quick. Once it was failing that VWAP, I was getting out quick. But the thing is, a dollar rip is nothing for this stock, so that's why I got in 75 shares, 30 shares. It would have been a quick $75, quick $30.
Right. I was gonna say it is kind of on this uptrend still. If it can, well, I mean, as long as it holds above 15, it could continue uptrend. I mean, the EV stocks are hot. We just saw PPSI run yesterday, and it got a bounce today off of 7 back up to 9. So I don't like the daily chart that much at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these drawings.
Disgusting. It's gonna drop. It's gonna gap down.
You think it's gonna gap down?
Yep, calling it.
Okay, you may be right.
All right, 450. We're gonna let you catch that knife. 450.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on watch just because the EV stocks have been hot. But I think because like what we saw the last 2 days, we've seen things popping pre-market, which is normal, and then they're coming out, and a lot of them are dropping, which is normal, and then we're getting some pops from some other stuff. But we're only getting one nice pop on one stock, like one big pop. Where last couple of weeks has been two or three that you could get in and get a nice pop. And that's what I did when I traded this morning. I was didn't know if it was going to be QUBT or pets. And I said it in the live stream, like, I'm going to get in both of these. And I got on both of them damn near the same time. And one worked out, one didn't. So that's kind
Yeah.
of what we're seeing, because EVGO is another one that fell. But looking down through here, I mean,
Well,
there wasn't much else
the
that ripped.
The only reason I went for EVGO wasn't to buy right at the open. I let it drop. I let it drop all the way down and looked at and started looking for those higher lows. That was my plan on EVGO because I mean, even if it ripped up, which did it ever rip? No, it never ripped up. It just went down. I was like, great.
Yeah.
And probably should have bought that bottom because I was watching it on that first one. But like I said, that big green candle could have went either way.
Yeah, that could easily went either way. Because if it would have came down to that little support area, that little peak that held up
Yeah,
as support, maybe that could have been a
yeah.
nice entry right there off of the pullback.
Exactly. That's what I told them in the chat. I was
But
like, well, if it can pull back to this and test that, that would be great. But it didn't. It was right
yeah,
above it and it scared me.
yeah, yeah. I don't blame you on that. So you took a couple little losses today, then.
Oh, well, I mean, I took some winnings. I scalped off the top, but the I think that 75 shares took a little bit more off than regular. But all in all, it was like a break even day. It wasn't even, I mean, it was literally less than $5 loss. So it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much broke even as well. So pets, we'll cover it first because this was the winner today for me. It's got this nice uptrend now. I was drawing this before we started recording, so it held above its uptrend. I'm looking for it to break back above 7 tomorrow in pre-market sometime, and then when I start trading at 9, see it like hopefully still under 8.
What
Just
was
some
the
type of
reasoning for
pattern.
this move?
Let's see, what was it?
Because I believe there's a reason I did not touch this one. I don't know.
They had a agreement and closing of closing of a registered direct placement of 9.9 million common shares and warrants. That's not a reason really for it to go up.
Okay, yeah, it
Um,
has shelf registrations this year in January, February, March, April, May of this year that two shelf registration and some amendments
it doesn't
on
have
it.
any. It doesn't have any reason to go up. I don't see any news in
Yeah,
November.
that's
So
why I didn't trade it.
yeah.
Okay.
So I saw the initial rip, and you can see I got in right through here at the bottom of this consolidation. Let me spread it out. I mean, it's just beautiful. Little doji star there. I bought on the doji star and then added to it 10 more on that candle, and then it just exploded up. But that was the previous resistance right there for the crypto around at 615, and the 615 held up. So I got in a little higher on my market orders, looking for them to push because I was looking for the $7 break, but still 635, 644. I think my total average together was like 640.
Did this thing go into a halt?
Yeah, it got halted. It shot
Okay.
multiple times. I thought it was going to halt on this big bar here, and it didn't. And then it finally halted at 820. And I didn't lock. I locked 10 out. You can see at 778 when it was pushing that $8 area because I wasn't sure if it was going to break. And then we halted, and then it shot up again, and I took out 30 towards the top of this candle at 850. And then when it dropped back down there, I just took the last 20 because it started cracking below $8 again. But $100, $105 win there. So I'm going to keep an eye on it because it is on this uptrend. Doesn't have any reason to move. Those shelf registrations are extremely scary, and this has gotten pretty high up, so this very well could. I mean, you look at this daily chart. This daily chart's pretty wild.
Yeah. I'm looking for that 450 to come back into play.
Yeah, it could. If this trend line doesn't hold up in pre-market, it very well could. So then the other trade I took was QUBT, and this was basically the exact same time I took these two trades. because I didn't know which one was going to do it. I didn't know which one was going to break. But I basically bought the falling knife. I thought I was catching the bottom because it had this little floor right here, this resistance, but pretty clear. So I got in right around there first on this one because I was looking for it to break back up. It threw that wick up and kind of caught me. So I held it down and added 30 more shares there. And it still dumped, and then it bounced off of here. And I was like, this is one of those ones like every time it was about to dump, it would bounce back up. And then every time it was about to rip, it would drop back down. Like it just could not make up its mind all day
what
long.
What the 15-minute look like?
Yeah, so this wick back here was concerning. I don't think I mentioned it, but I kept looking at it and thinking that's a little concerning that it pushed all the way back down there.
Yeah. So I was watching this one as well on this bottom. Couple of things that kept me out of it. One, I did not like the news. Remember we talked about the quantum competition or whatever.
Yeah. So let's get into that because it said they were selected by BMW Group and Amazon Web Service as finalists in the Quantum Computing Challenge. So I just saw BMW that they were selected by BMW Group and Amazon Web because if I close that right there, you can just see BMW and Web Group right there on the thing. So I saw that. I was like, oh, I'm hopping in here. But then immediately after I read it, and I was like, So that was one of those times where I wish you were like the little devil on my shoulder going, hey, that news is trash.
Yeah. I saw that too when I saw BMW and Amazon. I was like, okay, well, let's see if this is a partnership. Now that would have changed the game.
Yeah, that's what I originally thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason that I knew it wasn't a partnership is because I looked back at the pre-market, and that's what gave me the indication that it wasn't.
Yeah.
That big run up, everybody, those bots and stuff saw the Amazon and that what it was, a BMW news, and then it lost all those profits. That was I was like, I don't think I need to go back and look at that news. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I jumped in pretty fast on this one, so that is a mistake not reading that full news. It still is debatable, though. It could be good news. I don't know what the Quantum Computing Challenge is and what they're going to win if they win it.
It's basically like when they create usually it's like when they create some type of finite space, kind of like what's that game, the building game,
Minecraft?
Yeah, Minecraft. That's a quantum computing type deal, like infinite spaces like that.
Nice. Well, this thing I don't know, I guess it wasn't good news because it sold off, but you can see that triangle pattern. I held it through the triangle pattern. As soon as it cracked, I got out. So lost 74 on it, 105 on the other. So $30 green day. I'm still up, 405 on the week so far.
Nice.
So not bad.
I'm down $6 on the week.
Down $6. That's not bad, man. You just one win, you'll wipe that little loss out. BTCS today getting some more action, popping back up. So this one is one to keep an eye on. Starting to get a little bit more volume over the last 5 days. You can see volume slowly been ramping up on it. And it came up and tested that 875.
It's starting to get a steeper uptrend as well. You see how the uptrend was trending up, kind of the angle is changing to more upwards.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit more bullish. I think people just don't know about this one yet, but when they find more about this one, they find out, this could be up there with Mara and Riot at some point. If traders come into it, we'll see. It's lacked the volume yet since it IPO'd, or not IPO'd, uplisted to the NASDAQ back here. But definitely has some strong support at that 525 area. So if cryptos keep ripping, this is one to keep an eye on. What BTBT do today?
Crash.
Yeah, but BTBT's in this big wedge on the daily chart.
It literally looks like the SPY.
No, the SPY's go straight. This right here looks like the SPY right here. Just that.
It's about a 15-minute.
Oh, on the 15-minute? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason it didn't really move much today, even though cryptos are ripping. But like I said, I think it's this wedge pattern working itself out here towards the end. Because it's above all EMAs right now. The EMAs are lined up where they should be. 10-day, 50-day, 200. And This is the first time they've been lined up like that in a very long time. So it looks like it's starting to go bullish again. Break of $14. Well, I'd just say 15. And we can see BTBT start going again. But that is all depends on, if the crypto market stays hot like it is, which it is hot. But other than that, I don't think there was too much that went on today.
The cryptos had a day, the EVs had a day, and then, well, actually, Monday, or when was the first rip on PPSI? Monday?
Yeah, that was PPSI. That was EV news.
Okay, and then so cryptos were early Monday, and then the EVs came up, and then today was like a continuation day. So yeah, we need some news tomorrow because it's gonna be kind of hard trading these without any news for them to keep running.
We may need to look at IPOs. This is another IPO that ripped today from $15 all the way up to 54. Looks like it came out about 10:30. But that's a nasty move. I mean, it's a $40 move in the day.
Yeah, but it can also go the opposite way.
For sure. But you give some IPOs a little bit of time to see which direction they're going.
I wonder what do they do? What is SOPA?
So Society Pass, whatever that is. But this one was really low float, only 20 million shares.
Okay.
So if we see some,
probably why.
That's what I'm saying. IPOs of low floats that might be popping up, we might need to keep an eye on. I'm just looking at this all ripper scanner. See, look, the lowest floats. Surge got a pop today, but it was below those EMAs, and I just do not like them under those EMAs. I was keeping an eye on it, but more times than not, they don't break out if they look like this, where they're below all three, the 200, the 50, and the 10. Okay, so it's just random IPOs. We just got to keep an eye on for the scanner, basically. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Keep an eye on crypto stocks, EV, and IPOs.
Yeah, SOPA is a Southeast Asian data-driven loyalty, or it's a leading Southeast Asian data-driven loyalty platform. I don't even understand.
I don't either. But it ran from 15 to 54, and I understand that. So, so yeah, that's all I got for him. You got anything else for him today, Hal?
That's it.
All right. Well, guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning, both channels. Hal will be going live earlier. Go check out H&H Trader. I will be going live 9 a.m. Central on the home channel. And if you haven't yet, check out frameworkfortune.com. It's free! Appreciate everybody joining us as always. Stay safe out there. Till next time.